The federal government of Canada announced that it is imposing a new 25% tariffs on a broad range of imports from the United States with immediate effect. The sweeping measure covers nearly $30 billion worth of U.S. goods, including steel and aluminium products, and marks a significant escalation in the ongoing trade standoff between Ottawa and Washington. DD India's Tarun Paul Singh gets us this report.
The 25% surtax will hit a wide spectrum of American exports, crucially targets US steels and aluminium entering Canada, the very metals at the heart of this dispute. But the list doesn't stop there. It spans dozens of other categories, from industrial materials to everyday consumer products. Canadians can expect higher prices on items ranging from orange juice and peanut butter to wine, beer, appliances, and even motorcycles, all of which are among the US goods now facing tariffs. In short, the tariff list touches everything from raw material to food and household items, underscoring how broad the retaliatory measures are. Canadian officials are characterizing these tariffs as direct countermeasure to US trade actions. According to a government statement, the 25% duties will remain in place until the US eliminates its tariffs against Canadian steels and aluminium products, a clear reference to the American levies that sparked this retaliation. Ottawa insists that it has little choice but to respond in kind to order defend Canadian industries and jobs. Prime Minister Mark Carney has argued that the Washington moves left Canada no option but to stand up for our national economic interest. Action by Canada comes on the heel of a series of aggressive US trade measures that have upended the normal Canada-US trading relationship. Since his return to office in January, US President Donald Trump has steadily raised barriers against Canadian imports. In early February, Trump imposed 25% tariff on most goods from Canada under a national security pretext tied to drug and border concerns. He then retashed up pressure further. In June, he doubled US imports duties on steel and aluminium to 50%, a move that struck directly at Canadian metal and exporters. And just weeks ago, the White House warned of even broader measures. Trump announced plans to slap a 35% tariff on all Canadian imports by August 1 if his demands weren't met. These US actions, unprecedented against American closest ally, set the stage to the retaliation we are now seeing from Ottawa. Canada officials note that the Washington tariff violates the spirit of the USMCA Free Trade Pact and were introduced to pressure Canada on issues like fentanyl trafficking, like Ottawa calls a false excuse. For now, however, neither side is blinking. The Canadian government's stance is that it will maintain this counter tariff dollar for dollar until Washington reverse course, and President Trump, known for his handling trade position, appears prepared to continue the confrontation, believing it gives him leverage. The result is that the Canada-US trade relationship has entered uncharted territory. From Canada, this is Tarun Paul Singh.